Hello, welcome back to Orphans. Again, as I say always, if you're watching this in a playlist, I didn't go anywhere. Um, but it's been a few days since I played Orphans. Last thing I remember was Gruber was showing up, and I didn't feel like doing the Gruber voice, especially after doing whatever the Carla voice is supposed to be for a certain amount of time. So I know I'm in for quite the adventure at this very beginning, quite the offensive set of voices I'm about to do here. So, as far as what's going on in the plot, no idea. I remember so little, but I will hopefully catch up pretty quickly. It's to be assumed all of our friends are in mortal peril of some sort, and we are trying to get some answers. Um, I do remember we found out that Mika this is why Mika is saying he feels like he's been slapped in the face. Mika found out that his parents were not accidentally killed by a drunk driver, but they were killed by the Brotherhood or the Bearers of Light, and intentionally orphaned. And we know that Belial has a specific preference for orphans in terms of who he possesses. So it makes Mika and Nicholas victims number one, sitting ducks number one. So we're gonna hopefully focus on trying to get those two somewhere safe, but I don't know what's safe from the Antichrist. I don't know where on earth you can go to be safe from the Antichrist, but hopefully we'll get them there. But first, let's see what Carla and Gruber have to say to us. Gruber showing his face again in this chat after intentionally leading us astray repeatedly. He really has some nerve, and Amber is not going to let him get away with any bullshit. So we already know that. We know Amber is just not taking anything that she doesn't have to, and I love her for that. So Carla's saying, Mr. Gruber and I agree it's time to explain a few facts. That's not a southern accent. We'll get there. Gruber, what's the point of that? I guess you chose the chat name for a reason. Can't wait. I'm ready for some facts. And not, you're on the wrong track. Please have a little patience. I think we should start by setting a few things straight to build trust in each other. I don't know how to do it. I lost how to do a southern accent. Oh, bless your heart. Please have a little patience. I think we should start by setting a few things straight to build up trust in each other. Stop it already. I'm tired of your explanations. You and Gruber are trying to fool us. You're trying to gaslight us, and we are not having it. Like I said, Amber's taking none of it. She will take none of it. Please, give me a few minutes and you will understand. How do we know you're not lying to us this time? Please keep it short. I'm all ears. How do we know you're not lying to us this time? You've been lying to us. We know you've been lying to us. Not even hiding it. If you let Mr. Gruber explain, some things will become clear. Sure, but please get to the point quickly, Mr. Gruber, before I lose patience. Remember, people's lives are at stake. God, Amber. I really hope we can be best friends after this, because you're so cool. Well, it all started with my research for the sinister power of cults. I follow different leads to prove that some of these communities are far more serious than people believe. The Bearers of Light was one of them. In the process, some verdicts that Carla reached caught my eye. The Brotherhood apparently had massive influence in the highest ranks. Then one day when Carla resigned all her posts, I saw my opportunity. What kind of opportunity? What do you mean? You wanted to find out more about the Brotherhood through Carla? You're hoping for a mole within the Brotherhood? You're hoping for a mole within the Brotherhood? I was hoping for more information. exclusive inside information. I contacted Carla hoping she would tell me everything I wanted to know. Mr. Mr. Gruber underestimated how well, bless your heart, how strongly I was still connected to the Brotherhood. I reported Gruber's research to the superiors. The only way I can remember what a southern accent sounds like is by saying, bless your heart. So apparently, so here we keep saying, bless your heart. That's what I'm doing, is trying to remember how a southern accent sounds. Welcome to my process. Which had unexpected consequences for me. Were there consequences? He just said there were consequences. Were you threatened? What you gave Mr. Gruber away? Were you threatened? Not directly, but they let me know the hard way what they thought about it. My publisher jumped ship and demanded all advance payments back. Several articles were published tarnishing my reputation. They wanted to keep me quiet. Further research would have financially ruined me. Mr. Gruber, I'm sorry for all that, but my father was kidnapped, and I'm sure you know more than you'd like to admit. I understand your anger, Miss Fons. Please hear me out. Henry contacted me. While conducting research for his book about the orphanage, he stumbled upon Elizabeth Brown's records. I quickly realized that this cult was the Brotherhood, and that your father was putting himself in danger. In danger? He might be dead already. If you know anything that could help us, please tell us now. What happened next, Mr. Gruber? We get it. We know how dangerous the cult is. If you know anything that can help us, just tell us now. We don't have time for this. Our friends are in trouble. My friends are in trouble. Her dad is in trouble. I have been honest with you all along regarding this point. I am sorry to say I don't know what happened to Henry. However, it wasn't long before I started receiving serious anonymous threats. No doubt they were coming from the Brotherhood. My dog is having bad dreams. Or good dreams. It's really hard to tell. Okay. She's done, I think. We've been receiving anonymous threats. We assumed you sent the threats. What kind of threats? We assumed you sent the threats. We thought you were anonymous. You've been receiving threats too? I can assure you I have nothing to do with that. I was being followed, watched. Somebody suggested that I give Henry false information. So you lied to my father, just like you lied to us? I didn't have a choice. I was trying to protect your father, and it seemed to work. Gradually, Henry lost interest. But then Indigo contacted me, and I discovered that Henry had disappeared. That's when I got scared. Is that why you blocked me? This was all about the disappearance of an acquaintance, wasn't it? So Amber's father dug deeper after all. Is that why you blocked me? Yes. Yes. I felt so guilty, trust me. But I was terrified of shifting the Brotherhood's focus back to me. I was still hoping I could escape. But when you contacted me shortly after, Miss Fons, it was obvious that you were following in your father's footsteps. And when you didn't take no for an answer, Carla was my last chance. So you needed someone to back you up. The group chat must have come in handy. I don't understand. Carla betrayed you, didn't she? I guess that one. Carla betrayed you, didn't she? What do I not understand then? Seems like I understand just fine. Bless you. Yes, but that's exactly why Randolph brought me in. I was still a loyal soldier of the Brotherhood. He knew I'd do everything I could to avert suspicion from the community. That was the plan, at least. Oh, sorry, I read that wrong. Carla betrayed you, didn't she? Didn't she betray you? That's how I was supposed to read it. Even the first time I played this, I read it that way to myself, like in my head. I was like, so she betrayed you by coming to us and telling us the truth. Okay, I get it now. Again, having doubts. Yes, the more I learned about you, Indigo, and the terrible things happening to your friends, the more guilty I felt. Took you long enough. Okay, Amber, she's here now. I could no longer trust Carla to keep the Brotherhood secret. I started to question her ability to stay quiet. Now I understand why you claim that Carla was schizophrenic. But what the hell made you want to help us? Miss Fawns, I've mentioned some disturbing news at the beginning. One of my contacts informed me that arrangements are being made at a village near the orphanage. Arrangement for what? The village where my friends are. Arrangements for what? Arrangements are being made for the demon's arrival. The day of enlightenment is just around the corner. What? What? The one without light will take its place on the throne. Judgment Day, if you will. The seal was broken. An earthly vessel has been found. A sacrifice will be made in honor of the king. We hoped it would never get to this point. When Belial takes his reign, it's over. Sacrifice the earthly shell, Mika. Then Jericho's used to break the seal. Mika! I'm sorry, but I don't know, Indigo. But the celebrations for the arrival of the demon are being prepared. This means a suitable host must have been found. The demon now demands a sacrifice as proof of their submission. Your friends in the village are in danger. Okay, but I was talking about Mika. Mika's in danger too. Indigo, you must warn Samuel and Ina immediately. I'll try reaching Samuel. That's why they spiked their drinks. Oh my god, hopefully it's not too late. Oh my god, hopefully it's not too late. If it is too late, Mr. Gruber, it's not even gonna be me coming after you. It's gonna be Amber. She's my little pit bull. That Amber.
Hello? Oh, hey, wait a minute. I can't hear you.
I thought they took your
Sorry,
phone
hold
away,
on.
Samuel.
Nope, still can't hear you. You want to know why? Because I'm not here right now. So leave a message after the beep.
Oh. He got me. He pranked me. Pranked me so hard. Alright, time for me to do some hacking. So I will see you. Well, we're going to start the hack. So I can nail this transition like a real gamer. Okay. And I will see you now. Tagabush 12.
After my visit to the village, I plunged back into my research, and one thought in particular stuck with me. So far, I assumed that any orphan would be suitable as a host for Belial, but the fact that other orphans died during the ritual, while only Amelia survived the possession, allowed only one conclusion. Something about Amelia had to be special. Some files from that time suggest that even Father John eventually realized that no ordinary orphan would survive Belial's possession. Therefore, Father John set out to find a special child. He did a lot of genealogical research. In further notes, he meticulously tried to catalog information about each child, family trees, cause of death of the parents, even blood types. However, much of this information was incomplete, as such data was rarely recorded at the time. In Amelia's case, the following things were known. Amelia had blood type AB negative, which is the rarest blood type. Her parents died in an accident. Further details are not given. Apparently, Amelia had an older sibling. However, any clues as to the whereabouts are missing. Amelia also had a twin sister, but she was stillborn. Amelia's umbilical cord had wrapped around her neck and strangled her. Amelia's family tree can be traced with gaps back to 1666. Among the known ancestors were conspicuous member of murderers and people with mental illnesses. Living relatives, unknown. Some of this information must have led Father John to the conclusion that Amelia would be a suitable host for Belial. Could it be that it was Amelia's bloodline or blood type that qualified her as a host? Could a person with a similar story, with a similar family tree, perhaps even a descendant of Amelia, make a new host? This is where Amelia's sibling becomes significant again. Since Amelia herself died as a result of Sister Brown's exorcism, she can have no direct descendants. But if her older sibling had children of her own, it would be quite possible that descendants of Amelia are still alive today. The thought that someone might once again succeed in finding a human host for Belial and unleash its power sends chills down my spine.
So the hypothesis that I don't think Indigo or Amber or anyone else figures out for a little bit, but the hypothesis here, knowing that Mika and Nicholas were lured here, is of course potentially Mika and Nicholas are descendants of Amelia. So we shall see if that is true. Or if there's something else. Maybe they have... they did kill their parents in an accident, so they do have a similar backstory. Maybe they both have AB negative blood. But my hypothesis is they're somehow related to Amelia. I can't reach Samuel. No chance. Ina is still offline, and Samuel won't answer his phone. Went straight to voicemail. I can't reach Samuel. I forgot that's the last thing we said we told Amber we would do, and then we just decided to start hacking instead. Try again. Their lives are in danger. If only Gruber and Carla had told us sooner, you might have been able to warn them in time. I wonder how we could have been so wrong about Gruber. I could have sworn Gruber was in cahoots with this cult. I know I was thinking that too, but it makes sense what he says, right? Everything seems to point to Gruber being on our side. Yeah, I was thinking that too. I was convinced. He was lying. He was definitely lying to us. But this time I'm pretty sure he's telling the truth. If they pressured him, he had no choice. I was about to call it quits myself. He had to lie to my father and to us to cover for the Brotherhood. And these fanatics are about to realize their goal. What did Carla call it? The Day of Enlightenment? Exactly the day when Belial ascends the throne. We have to find a way to stop them. If they achieve this goal, we're lost, all of us. If they achieve this goal, we're lost, all of us. That's the bottom line, right? If you and I decide we're too intimidated to do anything about this, then we're the next victims of the whole situation. So choosing to back out and choosing to not take a stand is just not, it's literally not an option. I know we have to stop them before they get the upper hand. But you know what is not clear to me yet? If this really has been a plan all along, if your friends, especially Jarek, were lured to the orphanage on purpose to break the seal and free the demon, were Mika and his brother backup hosts in case something went wrong? Did the Brotherhood expect Jarek to die? But why? It doesn't add up. I don't know why they would expect Jarek to die, or why Belial was able to take hold, unless... they did suggest that Amelia's bloodline was important. So, if there's something in Jarek's family tree and Mika and Nicholas's, if we're correct, the demon only accepts a very specific host. But maybe Jarek and Mika were both. That's right, the cult has been trying to find that one host for Belial for decades, without any success. The last suitable host was Amelia. Isn't it weird that Jarek, Mika, and Nicholas randomly show up at the right place? They do all kinds of research and go through all kinds of trouble to find the right host, and all of a sudden 3 people from a group of friends are suitable? What's more, they seem pretty sure they found the right one. I mean, they're already preparing the ceremony. Yeah, it's all very weird, Amber. You're definitely right about that. It's right, now that Jarek can no longer be a host. But Jarek was possessed. He must have been the right host. Jarek broke the seal, but he is. That's right, now that Jarek can no longer be the host. That's where Mika and Nicholas come in. But what if we're wrong, Indigo? What if it was Jarek they wanted? Maybe his death put a stop to their plans. It feels like Carla was informed about her disturbing news after Jarek died. I see 2 possibilities. Jarek spoiled the party for these freaks. I'm sorry, I keep yawning. By shooting himself. Or Jarek was never the real host. He did break the seal, but Mika or Nicholas are meant to be the vessel for Belial. It couldn't possibly be all 3 that were considered. Why couldn't it? As long as we don't know what this demon is looking for, we can't say which of them it is. Why couldn't it possibly be all 3? I don't understand that. Especially if they never found exactly the right reason why Amelia was the good host. Like, maybe it could be someone from her bloodline, but they have to have AB negative blood. Or they have to be male. Or they have to be strong enough. Like, Mika just got injured, so what if he's not strong enough? I don't understand why it has to be. Or like one of them could get unalived by a gun when they're trying to fight with when they're trying to go after their own girlfriend, to like protect their own girlfriend from getting killed. Like, and so good thing they have a backup there, right? I mean, I don't see why they wouldn't consider all 3. And also, they didn't consider all 3 necessarily. They kind of just lured Mika and... I mean, did they lure Nicholas there? They did let Nicholas... I don't know, man. I don't know. I just don't know. There must be something that makes one of them special. I'm not convinced that just one of them is special. Like, I kind of wonder... I don't know. I don't understand why they wouldn't consider all 3. Like, why you don't have a backup plan. If this day of enlightenment is so important, why do you just hope everything works out exactly the way it should with one potential host when you could have at least 2 or 3? If Jarek was indeed the chosen one, if Mika or Nicholas are the potential hosts. If Jarek was, there's at least a possibility the Brotherhood now has a problem. No party in that case. But what's certain, however, is that the demon is free. He's looking for a new host. And whether Jarek was one or not, your friends are still in danger. We still don't know what happened to my father. It's enough to drive you crazy. Me? I mean, maybe they only like people with long hair. Like Mika. I can't believe all this. Oh, Mika, my darling, I think we have even more for you. I think we have more for you to not believe, but you made us promise we weren't going to tell you any more lies. I'm sorry you had to find out this way. How did Nicholas take it? You must be shocked. I really want to know how Nicholas took it. Because he's my boo. But Mika's like my bestie. I want to be there for him. So I guess I'm sorry you had to find out this way. Been lied to for years. Our parents were murdered. Why would someone do that, Indigo? Man, Mika has had a day. Like, This poor boy is going to need years of therapy for damage that's been done in like 3 hours. Oh, this poor guy. Were they perhaps connected to the Brotherhood? Maybe it was part of a plan. Could your parents be a threat to the Brotherhood? Were they connected in some way? Did you see sulfuric crosses around your house, perhaps? No, there's no way. My parents were atheists. They were actually quite alternative people. They would never have wanted anything to do with this upper class bullshit. God, I love Mika. Even if we assume that these freaks had a plan, even if they lured us here, they had their potential host for the demon, Jarek. Why would someone kill our parents, of all people, in order to make Nicholas and me orphans? You never mentioned that Jarek was an orphan too. Jarek was also an orphan. How did that happen? How did Jarek become an orphan? Well, his mom passed away when he was a kid. Jarek was 5 or 6. She had breast cancer. His dad never fully recovered. His dad never fully recovered, became an alcoholic. Jarek's childhood was pretty miserable. His dad unalived himself, threw himself in front of a train. I think Eric was 8. That's an awful way to go. Lived in foster care after that. So not a tragic accident like Amelia's parents or Mika's parents. So sad. Must have been so difficult for Jarek. Really doesn't sound like a happy childhood. That must have been so difficult for Jarek. His dad was a broken man. Became violent when he had been drinking. If you ask me, he went through a lot. Who? Jarek or his dad? Or both? Let's focus on the Brotherhood again. They're planning some kind of kingdom. Belial is meant to ascend to the throne. Father John managed to summon him, but Sister Brown intervened. Now they need a new earthly vessel, an orphan. Correct. That is a correct summary. Oh, yeah, good summary. Exactly. Say nothing. Good summary. Whether or not they lured us here, Jarek succeeded in breaking the seal. Their goal was within their grasp. Until Jarek unalived himself. Correct. I'm afraid you're mistaken, Mika. I don't think it's that simple, Mika. No, Mika. Either way, I will be saying Mika. By breaking the seal, Jarek... I don't think it's that simple. Damn it. You're right. At first I misread that and I thought it said, you're tight. That's tight, girl. Tight. Okay. Jarek can no longer serve as host to the demon, but the seal is broken. That would mean this beast is out there somewhere, looking for a new host. That would also mean Nicholas and I are next on his list. I have to digest this. But while you're doing that, don't accidentally digest a demon, please and thank you. This is too much to handle at once. Yeah, you're getting a lot at once, but you know what? This is on you, my brother. I don't know why I've never called somebody my brother before. But this is on you, my guy, my dude. Because you wanted me to not lie to you anymore. So I gotta tell you all the things. Or you're gonna be mad at me. And we are the best of friends. And that I can't have that. Hello. You don't know me. I can't do it. He has a strong accent, but I can't do any more accents. You don't know me, but one of your friends gave me your number. Jason, Samuel told me you want to help him. I'm still figuring out what his voice is going to be. Yes, I know who you are, the police officer from the village. What happened? Yes, I know, you're the police officer from the village. Yes, that's me. That's me. We have a problem. Samuel told me to contact you if something unexpected should happen. This is what happened. Everything went according to plan. Samuel pretended the potion was working. Nobody seemed to suspect a thing. He, on his way outside, to tip out another drink as we discussed. But what went wrong, Jason? Something clearly went wrong. He didn't come back. I saw 3 men go outside as well. I'm afraid your friend has been abducted. They must have noticed. Oh no, where'd they take him? Damn, did he get his phone back yet? How is that possible? Where'd they take him? You have to have some suspicion of where they took him. I knew you were gonna say I have no idea. But like, you're the police officer in town. You have to have some idea of where they take prisoners. I will try to find him. We don't have much time. Preparations for the Day of Enlightenment are in full swing. It's the one without light.
You have to hurry. I just saw them dragging a friend towards the ritual room. He seemed unconscious. I'm afraid the ceremony is about to begin. Please be quick.
Expects a sacrifice. Jason? Hey. Hi, sweetheart. I'm not your sweetheart anymore. Not your sweetheart anymore. Sorry, I'm just so used to it. I still have you as sweetheart in my contacts. It's all good. It's all good. It's been a while since I've done Sandy's voice. Been a while. So did you let Mika know about the new location? No, but it was kind of odd. What was odd? I was at the computer watching a few videos from the competition when suddenly several pop-ups appeared on my screen. I thought I caught a virus or something. It wouldn't have surprised me. Haha. Those websites you're on that are pop-up full. Hello. Anyway, it was all kinds of information about this old orphanage, even a ghost hunter's blog post about it. That's super strange, isn't it? Yeah, I know. The thing is, the location looks awesome. What's so special about it? First of all, it's an ancient, abandoned orphanage, and rumor has it the place is haunted. Isn't that what they say about every old building? I mean, isn't that what we do? Go to old buildings that everyone says are haunted? No, Sandy. My gut tells me this time it's different. Here, check out this article. What's behind the gruesome suicide? The horror orphanage. Unaliving in an abandoned orphanage. Basically stuff we've already read. Okay, interesting. Where's the building? I still have to figure that out. We can't miss this opportunity. This could be the real deal. It's suspicious that you suddenly get this secret tip on the screen. Those were the ghosts of the orphans, Sandy. Eee! Yeah, sure, you nutcase. Kind of hysterical, Jarek. I'm 100% sure. This place is thebomb.com. If you say so. I have to get back to my dinner. I'm on a date right now. You can tell me more about it later. Indigo, look, we found more records from Sister Brown in the cabin. So Jarek wants us to know, basically, that they didn't just accidentally end up here. So not only do we have someone trying to hack our phone, trying to get our information, but we also have Jarek watching in on all of our conversations. I've been playing the healing, so I'm just like kind of used to people watching all my conversations anyway. But Jarek has been watching our conversations, and he's like, oh no, three of us didn't just randomly end up here. We were coerced, taunted, sort of tantalized into picking this location as the one to come to for our next location site. Indigo, looks like we found more records from Sister Brown in the cabin. Anything in there that could help us from Sister Brown in the cabin? Do we know did we already know that Sister Brown had a connection to the cabin? Yes, there's a whole lot of stuff here. She must have been here regularly. Do you want to, be friends after this? It's not the time. It's not the time, right? It's not the time, Mika. It's not the time. Mika. She writes about what happened after Father John's death. That's what I meant to write. After his death, does it say how he died, what happened? After his death? Hey, boo. What's up? Shortly after the demon was banished, he died unexpectedly, but his body wasn't buried. Sister Brown writes about a ceremony that lasted for days. I don't know, I'm trying out an accent for Nicholas, because they both talk back and forth a lot, so sue me. He was in one of the rooms where the Brotherhood held its rituals. She writes that one of the abbots cut out his heart, and it was passed around for people to eat. After that, signs and symbols were carved into his flesh, and then he was embalmed. He died unexpectedly. I was so focused on doing my Nicholas accent, I didn't read any of this. They ate his heart and carved signs and symbols into his flesh. Okay. Well, this is not a normal Catholic or Anglican or whatever burial funeral ritual, that's for sure. Is that like the Egyptians used to do? I don't know that that's like the Egyptians used to do, but I don't want to begrudge anyone their traditions, so I guess I'll act like I know so much about history. Yes, exactly. They probably wanted to mummify him. His body remained in the room for 7 days. He was taken away with some items in a sarcophagus of sorts. Taken where? What kind of items? He was not buried in the cemetery. He wasn't buried in the cemetery like Sister Brown? No, apparently not. Whoa. Access successful. No. Amber. I need help. Amber. I know you have a friend. Who can help me. I see you. I hear you. Oh God, this is unsettling. Amber? Mika, stop talking. Mika. Shh, Mika. She suspects that Father John's body will become a kind of shrine for the Brotherhood, like a relic, but she doesn't know what happened to him. Oh, damn it. Nothing. I don't want to say anything. No one. But because I can't say anything to make him stop talking. Something's happening. The temperature is dropping. Everything. It's shaking like an earthquake. Listen to this. What the hell is going on here? Oh my god. What's the cabin? No! Mika, Nicholas, no. No. Oh, that's scary, Indigo Violet. That was pretty... And here we are, episode 4. We're finally to episode 4. This was a long one, guys. Episode 3 feels like it went on forever. But here we are, episode 4. So I hope you enjoyed it. And see you in episode 4, where we find out if Belial has in fact taken over one of our boys. So we will find that out soon. Peace.